everybody. Welcome back to the Journey to 1 Million, man. Hosted by your boy, Freddie Two Hand, man. First and foremost, always give yourself a shout out for being here, man. If this is your first time here and you sitting back, you're like, man, just play his own audience. That's how you got to be in life, all right? If you don't support yourself, if you don't believe in yourself first and foremost, you will not make any of your dreams happen. So no matter how crazy it looks to other people, make sure that it's only thing that matters is to you, okay? Man, that's a gem. You feel me? And y'all heard that cash register check out. Every time I drop a gem on y'all, man, we checking out. All right, now let's get serious though. So today's video, because we're still on week 1, I feel like this is something we should cover right now, is you got to understand like who you are as a person, okay? To be able to continue on this journey, because you're going to run across a lot of obstacles, and some obstacles, it's not even about you not having the knowledge or experience to overcome them. It's that you don't even know who you are as a person yet. And when you cross certain obstacles in life in general, when you don't know who you are, you easily can just become someone else's like play toy. And I hate to use that terminology, but it's that concept of like either you write the book for yourself or someone else is writing your book. And when you don't know who you are and your authentic self and you don't know how to own it, then you easily could just become a person living out someone else's dreams. You've just given up all your power. All right. So that's the one thing I want to help everybody with before we even like continue on this journey, because like I want you to like be able to own yourself. So if that has ever been you definitely want to listen to this next part. So one of the things that has helped me a lot is just reading books, okay? Currently, right now, I am reading the David Goggins book, Never Finished. I just saw it the other day. It came out. I got the audiobook. I'm actually have never listened to an audiobook. This is my first time. I attempted it at the gym. I just feel like I was hearing some of it and I wasn't hearing some of it. So that's something I'm gonna have to work on to figure out what are the best. And if you got recommendations on how you listen to audiobooks, definitely feel free to share them. I'm also feeling, I guess you could just sit down, have your headsets in, and close your eyes as if you were going to be reading a normal book, So it is something I got to work on, because that was definitely new for me, and I'll admit that like it was just a little odd. It was a little odd, so it's something I got to give a try. But usually I like to read regular books, and I don't mean regular books in essence. I like to read the physical copies, and this was a book I was reading before I peeped the David Goggins when it came out, and so I actually just David Goggins just loved the first initial Can't Hurt Me. It's over there somewhere, and I just really wanted to know how that was going. But this one was really good, and it's something I really understand about books is that I feel like don't just read self-development books, read financial books, read, if you're into spiritual things, spiritual books, read relationship books, read every quadrant of life, so that way you can just understand different perspectives. Remember, this isn't that these books are just going to shape you into something. It's just great to hear those outside perspectives, so that way when you run across certain experiences, it's so crazy that like you can tie in that knowledge to that experience, and a lot of times you can overcome it much easier because you had some type of insight into how it worked. All right, so Quiet is about introverts. Honestly, I'm an introvert and an extrovert, but it just was great to like so far see how introverted people think 100%. And so like that helps me navigate certain conversations and certain situations. And I could give you all a great example that I learned so far. And I'm only on like chapter 4 right now. And it is that my personality is pretty huge, okay? And I'm also a really confident person, all right? And one of the things that I struggle with is when I meet somebody, I sometimes can, well, I'm not going to change. I'm be honest, I'm not going to change. But I'm just my authentic self, and I'm 100%. I could be open, and some people call it vulnerable. I just call it being myself. But like I'll use those terminologies. Be vulnerable, be open, share certain things, and a lot of times that for people they just need time, And it was great to just understand in the book that like I've learned now when I'm meeting certain people to kind of just read other little things and other little tweaks about them to be like, okay, this might be overwhelming for this person. This person might need more time to get comfortable. So let's actually operate it like this, where you're still yourself, but you just know to hold back certain aspects because you just don't want to overwhelm the person. And it's just so great, like, to learn these things. And I promise you, that's not shifting you to. It's just about knowing your audience, because you always should know your audience. Like if I'm talking to somebody who's from the hood and they've grinded out the mud and now they're living a good life, there's a certain way you could talk to them because they understand certain things. If you were talking to somebody who was given everything and now they're just at a place where they're trying to build more. You got to talk to them a certain way because they're not going to get certain things from a person who was built up from the hood. So that's what I wanted to like give that example to understand like about how books give you not only perspective to certain things, but also just understanding that like the more that you start to know, the more you can navigate those type of conversations without switching up who you are as a person. You get me? I hope y'all following, man. If you following, man, I just put a smile on your face. So hit that like button if you follow. I would just recommend like everybody to just make sure that like you feeding your brain, okay? Because if you're not feeding your brain, it's dying, And so just make sure you're taking care of your mind, so that way it can prep you for this journey. Because it's gonna be a long journey with a lot of obstacles, and I want everybody to be as mentally prepared as possible. So thank you again for tuning in, man. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends that's also on this journey to 1 million, man. Because we gonna make it, man. Thank y'all again, man.